Hello everybody, I'm Sally Andreu, Skills Hub Manager at OxLEP, and this afternoon I have 4 guests who are going to talk about the importance of apprenticeships. We have Tiff and Ben who will be sharing why they've chosen apprenticeship route rather than going to higher education. Shilpa Bhatt, Apprenticeship Business Manager at Oxfordshire University Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust, and Paul Smith, Key Account Manager at Oxfordshire Advanced Skills, which is a new STEM training facility based at Culham and which was supported by the local growth funding. If you have any questions during the session, please use the chat box, and if we have time at the end, we'll try and answer them. But before we kick off with our speakers, I just wanted to set the scene of apprenticeships across Oxfordshire and OxLEP's works to support them. It might be a surprise to learn that although apprenticeship numbers have dropped over the past 4 years, Oxfordshire has seen the largest number of take-up of the apprenticeships through the 25-plus age group, with a majority of courses enrolled being business, administration for law and health, public services and sector and care, and retail and commercial enterprise. Traditionally, Oxfordshire has had a tight labour market with low levels of unemployment, and OxLEP has always been keen to highlight the benefit to employers in growing their own talent through offering apprenticeships in order for them to have the right skills to grow. To promote apprenticeships, the skills team delivers the annual Oxfordshire Apprenticeship Awards, which is sponsored, judged and awarded by business, and the Apprenticeship Ambassador Programme, which recruits and trains apprentices in order for them to share their first-hand experience. The ambassadors give presentations to young people across 43 state secondary schools who we work with through our Careers and Enterprise Company partnership. Both Tiff and Ben, I'm delighted to say, are part of this programme. We also support 5,000 young people to have valuable employer encounters through our work experience service. Many employers who offer placements find this a fantastic way to generate a local talent pipeline, which leads on to potential apprenticeships. We're delighted that OxBio has offered 100 free tickets to young people this week from local schools in order for them to experience business-to-business engagement. Due to coronavirus, as we move forwards with the renew and the rebound phase, it is anticipated that we will initially see a sharp drop in numbers of apprenticeships. However, some employers are starting to see apprenticeships as a way to rebuild, strengthen and grow their business. So I'm delighted to introduce Tiff, and Tiff is a degree apprentice with Nielsen. She's going to talk about how business clients have been impacted and how her role is now and what it looks like in the future. Over to you, Tiff.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Just a quick introduction. So I'm a level 6 apprentice. I have just actually finished my degree 2 weeks ago. I handed in my last assignment, and so I'm in my last year of my apprenticeship with Nielsen doing business and management. So an apprentice right now is really different to what it was when I first started a year ago. I was in the office receiving training from my manager. I would see everyone face to face, be able to approach people with questions. And luckily, I say luckily in a really strange way, in a really strange time now, saying that I'm not starting my apprenticeship as everything was enforced with lockdown, because I imagine that would be very difficult. I am now a year into my 3rd rotation within Nielsen, so I'm getting to know my role a lot more and becoming more independent with it. But I can't imagine what it would be like to be an apprentice just joining a business right now, having to learn the ropes and doing it all virtually. I can imagine it's very difficult. So as I've come to the end of my apprenticeship, I have realised how lucky I was to fall and land doing this. I never meant to do an apprenticeship. I was going to go to uni full-time and study economics at Sussex University. If I didn't go to a careers fair at my school and learn about a level 6 apprenticeship, I would have never done the business and management course that I did and had the 3 years worth of really valuable experience that I've had. Not only have I obviously learned how internally a business works, I've been given the opportunity to meet really, really big clients in the FMCG industry, which has given me a really good insight into just an industry as a whole and learning about that. also learning how to communicate with clients and people internally. But I've also been able to upskill and develop all of the training and all of the skills that I previously had before I went into a full-time role. I've really, really enjoyed doing an apprenticeship, and I can't explain how, I couldn't put into words how important it was for me to do it and how right it was for me, considering I didn't know it existed about 6 months before I started my apprenticeship. I feel like I was very lucky to do it. So I would say that apprenticeships are really, really valuable, not only for the apprentice themselves, but also for the business. You're training up, depending on the level of apprenticeship, maybe for 3 years, an apprentice that know your business inside out. They'll network so much. I don't know how I know so many people, and I didn't realize I could know so many people in different parts of the business that I wouldn't probably have met if I wasn't on my apprenticeship. And I just got 3 years of experience that I wouldn't have got if I just did a management and economics degree at university. So I'm really glad that I did do it. And if anyone has any questions or anything like that, please do reach out. I am on my the last leg of my apprenticeship now, considering I've just finished, but I'm able to answer a lot of questions if you do have them.
So Tiff, thank you for that. Where are you heading now you finished your apprenticeship? What's it looking like for you?
So at the moment, it's kind of, I went in January very much knowing what I was going to do and pretty much being told that I should be able to have a role within the sales team within Nielsen that I've been working in. But due to COVID, the company that I work for have decided to freeze recruitment. So they're trying to work out what they can offer to the apprentices. And hopefully I'll be able to stay within Nielsen because they've helped to grow my career so much already. But at the moment, it's very much in the unknown. And, you know, my manager is doing the best to try and support me and find me the role that I did want. But COVID has basically kind of thrown everything up in the air, which it has for a lot of people. So I can really sympathise, and I can't imagine what graduates right now are doing, especially with a lot of graduate schemes on pause.
Yeah. So do you feel that you're better placed to get a job because you've done an apprenticeship rather than going through the graduate route?
Yes, most definitely. The experiences that I've had have allowed me to demonstrate to Nielsen, because I would have had to go through the normal recruitment process, have totally helped me. And when I speak to people at events, they realise how much experience that I have had, considering I have just finished my degree and am doing an apprenticeship. So I do feel in a lot better position, and some of the skills that I have developed earlier on in my career will kind of help me advance and move further down the line a lot quicker.
I'll just quickly move on, thank you Tiff, to Shilpa. And Shilpa's an apprenticeship business manager at Oxford University Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust, and really talk about apprenticeships from both a business and apprenticeship perspective. And
so thank you very much, Tiffany. It seems like you had a fantastic experience in your apprenticeship, and that's what it's all about. My talk is going to be a little bit from the perspective of a business and how business wise it should benefit. There is anybody from the business end, how it would benefit for you to have an apprentice, but also if there are any schools or career leads, what it is in it for them to promote apprenticeships to their, through the staff there, or as well as kids in your school. Thank you. In a nutshell, I would say, to the students or the career leads, get in, get on, and go further is the message I give them. What is an apprenticeship? So just quickly, to small businesses who may have not had apprentices but are thinking about having an apprentice, it's a work-based program, and you can have pathways from level 2 to level 7, so from entry level to a postgraduate level. In our organization, we have both new and existing staff that we have put on apprenticeships, and they are funded through our levy. So we have 13,000 staff and we have a big levy, but we also support levy transfer. How would it benefit you as an organization? It allows you to grow your own staff. So right from, say, taking on students from post-GCSE level or A levels, it allows you to grow your own. You can take them through a journey, through a pathway. For an organization, large organization like us, the NHS Trust, we do have a lot of staff who we call our healthcare support workers or support staff who have not done any career progression or any studies. And we support their social mobility. And the last bit, we call it as a develop skill mix within our workforce. So currently we have 310 apprentices right from intermediate to postgraduate level. And believe me, they were in the COVID crisis helping out the frontline staff right to the end. So this is how the NHS career looks like. Most people think that NHS careers is made up of doctors and midwives and nurses. I would say they're quarter or 30% of our workforce, but there is a lot of other workforce that is needed in NHS. And each of the NHS pathways, sorry, this is skipping. Each of the pathways has got a career pathway. So as you can see, right from entry level to you can enter an organization at a level 2 as a healthcare support worker. It takes you all the way to the professional degree level, nursing, and advanced skill practitioner. On a non-clinical side of pathway, you can enter through the admin as an apprentice, as a customer service role, and then you can take it all the way to team manager. We do have, like the same degree that Tiffany is doing, we do have members of our staff or apprentices who progress to a degree. We have some staff who are doing MBAs, advanced clinical skills, etc. So when I say grow your own, I would encourage organization to think of taking young people from the entry level, and in healthcare we do offer entry level pathways. We have pharmacy technician, healthcare science, customer services, business admin. These are some examples, but there is a range of pathways on offer. We do offer them pastoral care. We have apprentice network, so you're not on your own, you are with other young people. And out of 310, we have around 30 apprentices who are under the age of 18. We deliver some of these apprenticeships ourselves, and hence we are able to support them better. The middle level or the higher level, which we offer to our staff who are seeking to do further professional development. And these are some of the roles we offer. But very often these members of staff haven't studied for a while, so they need functional skills. So we work in partnership with Activity College to offer functional skills on site, and we offer them support to get on with,
Thanks,
with
Shilpa.
their
I'm just
studies.
conscious of time because we've literally got 2 minutes. Okay.
I'm just about to finish. Yes, thank you, Salima. And this is the last bit I'd like to highlight is we do, and at the time of COVID, it was highlighted that we needed skill mix, and we have on offer a large level of advanced skills. Then Jack did healthcare science, microbiology, and he is now doing a degree. And again, these are other 2 young apprentices who are also doing advanced apprenticeships now.
Paul, would you like to talk about the Oxfordshire Advanced Skills, how that's going to be working, particularly delivering STEM skills to Oxfordshire?
Absolutely, and I think more importantly to address with the current climate how things are within the apprenticeship sector, certainly for engineering as well. So once COVID kicked in, what we did notice that there was a slight decline in applications coming through for certain apprenticeships we were running this year. Now, we run the level 3 and the level 4 engineering apprenticeship and also the MBA. But as time has gone on, we've seen a surge, not just in applications, but also clients engaging with us, looking for a September start, or we are pushing forward to a January start as well. So overall, what we're seeing within the region is actually we're starting to get more traction within the engineering manufacturing sector, and it's a healthier picture than we actually anticipated moving forward. A lot of this has been helped by our new technology and essentially a new way of working. I think a lot of people are addressing this at the moment. So we've been doing a lot of remote working with students, virtual classrooms, even to the point of virtual assessments for applications coming in ready for interview. So we do a mechanical assessment, which we can now actually offer online as well. So again, it's now looking at the way, changing the domain and the way that people work moving forward. And certainly from September at the moment, obviously we don't know what that's going to look like, but we do have the facility now that we can still start the enrollment in September by offering this virtual delivery model. Coming off the back of that, we are offering a lot of virtual platforms for people to get engaged with ourselves. We've got a virtual open day for prospective apprentices over the next couple of months. We've got 2 or 3 sessions that you can come on board and have a virtual tour of the facilities. And have one-to-one conversations with either myself or my colleagues or the tutors on site as well about how you'd like to engage and maybe pursue an apprenticeship either now or in the future. And we will be running a few of those over the summer period into September. We also I run a virtual breakfast meeting for employers within the Thames Valley as well. Very similar kind of remit. Come along, we have a virtual tour. We talk about the programmes, how we're going to be delivering them now and how we're going to deliver them in the future, and also what the future looks like for OAS as well. As essentially a new training provider within the region, it's safe to say we're not that well known at the moment, but with that said, we are around about 80% capacity. So I think that's really encouraging for the current climate that we're in and the position that we're in, bearing in mind we've only been trading for around about 9 months in the area. So really what I'm saying is that I think, apprenticeships had a bit of a bad press recently, and I think people thought they were on a decline. And I think they are in certain areas. Obviously, we know hospitality has been affected massively through this COVID pandemic. But within the engineering and manufacturing sector, that seems to be bouncing back a lot quicker than I think other sectors are. And it's nice to see that it's the SMEs predominantly that are moving forward as well, as opposed to just the larger clients. We've got a raft of new SMEs coming on board this year, and our portfolio is quite diverse. We have everyone from pharmaceutical through to aerospace and also nuclear and atomic energy as well. So we've got a raft of clients that we are currently dealing with, and there will be some new vacancies being advertised over the next couple of months. Because I say we are now looking for a January intake as well, because we're responding to the market. Where people have had freezes on recruitment, certainly in the last couple of months, what we don't want to do is eliminate those from moving forward this year. We're taking a cohort on. So we opened our doors up in January for a further cohort onto the level 3 and the level 4, which hopefully should allow people time to get their ducks in a row moving forward.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I think that's been really helpful. And last but not least, Ben. Ben's an engineering apprentice with Element 6, a global leader in design, development and production. So Ben, share your thoughts about apprenticeship just to finish off the presentation.
It's quite suiting that I follow Paul, because I go to OAS. That's the college that I actually attend. I'm in my 3rd year. I've been under Element 6 now. This is my 3rd year through. I'm on a level 3, going on to a level 4, doing a HNC. I do have the perspective at the end of this to go through to a university degree, which is quite nice. It's a choice, and I'm probably going to take it. Obviously, through this whole situation that's going on, companies themselves are struggling with money. So the intake of apprentices have obviously dropped just based on the fact that from a company's point of view, it probably costs quite a bit. But for me, I get quite a lot of work to do at home. I'm still in regular contact with my college tutors, and currently actually I'm on 2 weeks break from work to go and do all of my college assignments. So I'm still, as much as I'd like to be at home on my Xbox all the time, I've still got all my college work to be doing, and I'm currently going through all the assignments and stuff. With the prospects of hopefully within the next sort of month or so, things starting to look a little bit nicer and potentially looking at going back. But we've got, Zoom and Skype and Microsoft Teams and stuff, and we've set up loads of meetings and all that sort of stuff. So we're still in regular contact with each other and making sure that everything's working properly, which is really nice. We usually have 2 week chunks, which is how I think OAS is still going to run. 2 week chunks and then 6 weeks on at work and then 2 weeks at college, and that we're trying to stick to even through this pandemic as well. Spending 2 weeks doing all our college work and then 6 weeks working from home or working on site. I get the nice benefit of doing both.